Facebook with me. I might get another one of these that you can stick in the car so that I can live stream on Facebook too. But I don't have that, which I think I'm gonna have it. I think I'm gonna get it. God dang it. So I have Merlin, and he's in there. He's a good boy. We're going to Walmart. He's got a service dog vest on. I think he'll do all right. I'm gonna go get some chicken and some other things. Now, Walmart and taking him in a store with a shopping cart is sort of important because his owner, they have a baby, and another baby they use. Hey, you better knock that crap off. I'm not gonna listen to that shit. No. Now, he is a vocal type of dog. Now, I moved him last night. The new dog is here, who, by the way, dog's gonna be great. Dog's gonna do a real tight heel, but the dog doesn't know the first thing about heeling. The Vizsla is beautiful, typical Vizsla. They're all sort of the same, sweet, good-natured, but doesn't know the first thing about heel. I knew that as soon as I saw the dog, kind of like, he wasn't in a crate in the car. Always have your dog in a crate in the car. It's imperative that you do that. If you're in an accident, that dog is going through the window. So it's not just about behavior, it's about safety. You have to have them in a crate. Even if they don't go through the window, they're gonna slam into the seat, they're gonna get hurt. So it's imperative that, listen, Stephen King got injured because somebody had a Rottweiler that was running around in the car. If the dog gets excited, and like this guy was getting excited, jumping over the back seat, not listening to the owners, it can happen. So make sure and use a crate in the car. All dog trainers will use crates in cars, okay? That's how it is. You got a big dog, your crate don't fit, you better get a bigger car. Flat out. But the Vizsla could fit in this crate. This is a little bit small for the poodle. It's a little bit small, but he fits. We're just going down to Walmart. So even that's a better solution than, they don't need a lot of space. Can they stand up and turn around? He can. It's enough. But I knew that the Vizsla was not going to really understand heel because the owner had a head collar. These head collars are ridiculous. Head collars are for management. It's not for training. You're never going to get your dog to heel using a head collar. And any dog trainer that is telling you to put a head collar on is saying, I don't know how to teach your dog to heel, so here's your solution. It has to do with management. That's just how it is. You call Robert Masters, he's going to teach your dog how to heel. You call me, I'm going to teach your dog how to heel. It's ridiculous. Your dog doesn't heel and you're going to a dog trainer to put a head collar on? Whatever. So he had a head collar and he had some kind of ridiculous leash, but he also had a leather leash. Now, one thing that I noticed about the leather leash, I do think that he had a poop bag on it. You cannot use a leash proper. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was no poop bag on the leather leash, but you cannot use your leash properly with a poop bag holder on it. That's just the facts, man. You're not holding the leash right. You're going to have terrible problems with your dog. Do you know how quick it was to get this dog compliant? I don't know. I just started holding the leash right, and now he's, in the heel position, not dragging me around. With that said, he needs a lot more work. If I gave him the hurry, hurry command and he gets extended on the leash, he starts trying to drag. So that's another thing. If you give the hurry, hurry command, once you give that hurry, hurry command, you don't move. You stay in that position and make the dog go back and forth. That Vizsla at home, that dog is going to be under control. He's going to be going back under control. We got plenty of time. We got summer months coming up. Man, I'm telling you, the Vizsla is going to be wicked. It's going to be wicked. I could already tell. Man, I'd like to get him to, I went out front to walk him because I got a lot of ice out the back door. I don't want him to pull me, and I know he isn't, really get heel right now, but he's going to. And every time he's out of that crate, he's going to be on the left-hand side. And if he's not at the left-hand side, I'm correcting him. He's going to pick this up real quick. You have to be consistent. I'm telling you, if you went to a dog trainer, they put a head collar on, don't give them your money. get your money back. All dogs can learn to heel. It's ridiculous. That's what the Vizsla's owner wants. He wants a dog that heels. He wants to be able to take it hiking and shit. He lives in Utah. He wants a compliant dog he can do stuff with. A young dude, man. I'm telling you, the guy, he's like in his 20s or something, man. He's got enough energy. He's got an active dog that he's going to be able to work with. No problem. No problem. He was getting a text from him saying, I was looking at Merlin doing reverse retrieves. Can't wait. That looks like fun. Bingo. Now, his Vizsla he does not hunt with, so we can just train the Vizsla to go use scenting and just go find pheasant wings. He can use that. He can put out human clothes. We can get the Vizsla to find human scent. He can go do that. He's in Utah. Hunt him up. And have the Vizsla go find human clothes. Then he could use his girlfriend or wife, I'm not sure which, and hey, go out there and go hide, and then we're going to go find you. It's Utah. There's a lot. Summers are great out there. Winters are wicked. They're like this, only probably worse. But there's advantages to getting your dog trained. You can interact with your dog in a positive way. He gets it. So does Merlin's owners get it. They get it. But like owners have problems. Like the guy said, the Vizsla owner said this. He said, I wasn't doing right by my dog. He gets it. Fuck it. Take the money. Train my dog. Train me. Get my dog functioning. That's smart. That's smart. And I'm telling you, if you're going to get a puppy, you think that you're going to be able to train a puppy, and you're not going to be able to train that puppy. You're going to have issues. You are going to have issues. It's not going to be as easy as you think. So if you buy an expensive dog like Merlin or the Vizsla, allocate money for training. Get the puppy a simple solution so that you don't even have to wake up at night. Get that puppy to the trainer at 8 or 10 weeks and let them housebreak it, make sure that bad habits don't start, and then you step in at 5.5 months, 6 months, whenever the puppy's ready to go. I keep the dogs for 90 days minimum. This guy's staying longer because he has severe separation anxiety. And he's vocal. He's a real vocal dog, okay? So the Vizsla, not so vocal. I got him being quiet real quick. He found out real quick that I'm different. I'm fair. Dogs love me. But they don't have to stress out around me. I make it real clear what you're supposed to do. Now, let's talk about the Vizsla owner a little bit more. Good guy, just like everybody else. Not a lot of experience with dogs. Maybe his family had dogs, but like e-collars. E-collars have to go on tight. They have to go on tight so that they don't move and they don't hang down here. They're supposed to be tight enough that they don't move. If an e-collar's moving, when the dog's moving, you'll get wear. It has to be, and also, here's another problem with the e-collar. If it's not tight enough. If it's just if it's just on the skin like that, no good. You're not making enough contact, and then when the dog moves sometimes, it gets like too big of a stimulation. So, like this, no good. No, but keep in mind, Vizslas are bald. I'll probably get to switch the dog into plastic comfort pads, conductive comfort pads, like a pit. It's probably what I'm gonna do. I have him on a microeducator right now. So if the contact pads are just laying on the skin, no good. Now this doesn't hurt. Now look at my fingers, and if I push in a little bit more, that doesn't hurt. Okay, that's good because it's pushing in. This hurts. That's too tight. So you got to figure it out. I mean, I don't recommend anybody try and do anything with an e-collar without experience. Like, don't use the beep function. The beep function's for something totally different, okay? The beep function could be used for like a Pavlovian response, or just you just got to get confused, okay? A lot of dogs, when you use vibration, though, it's like a rawer thing, so the dog responds like too intensely. So I'm telling you, stimulation, like you put it low enough, lower than a human can feel it, it just like floats in the background. It makes this negativity for the dog. That's the way to go. Now this guy, I had to go up real high with the e-collar, and I'm not really sure why. his owner did use an e-collar, and a lot of times I see this, like the owner's frustrated, they dial up the e-collar, and then, so I have to start using the e-collar real high, and then start bringing it down. So that's where we're at with Merlin right now. We're in the process of bringing it down lower. But I mean, like, he wouldn't fucking shut up. There's also this intensity of dogs that, like, if your dog is running, like, you might have to dial up the e-collar, like it's, you know, running around and it's not listening to you. It's not chasing something. Don't dial up the e-collar. If it's chasing a deer or something, you need to do more yard work. But like when the dog's excited, you might have to go up on the e-collar. That's a fact. But you still don't take it up as high as I have to take it up with him. Inside, I had to take it up pretty high. So I'm not seeing that with the Vizsla. But we're in the process of bringing him down lower. So for him making vocalizations, it's key that he stop, because he's a vocal dog, but the vocalizations that have to do with separation anxiety, you have to get that separation anxiety dog quiet, or else no good, man. It's not going to get better. So we had to bring it up. Now we're bringing it down. I even found that, like, using a bark collar with him was not being effective. It was causing more problems. So I might try bark collar again, but man, he's really doing pretty good. There's times, now I moved him, by the way. I moved him back in the main house because I got to make sure to see what he's doing and how he's responding. A little bit more excitement because he's back in the new place, but I don't think this is going to be an issue. So I got the Vizsla out with the other dogs because the Vizsla maybe chases cats and birds and stuff like that, which I did show the Vizsla, my cat, and the duck, and he was totally well behaved. He was fine, but I had him on a leash. So that's another thing the owners do. They have unrealistic expectations of the dog. They get a puppy and they have a cat, and the puppy starts chasing the cat, becomes behavior. So I suspect they have a cat, and it's like, the adult dog will just start bothering the cat, like, oh, this is fun. So it will be important that the dog behaves around my cats and my birds before it's going home. But what's going to be more important is that the owners learn to respond appropriately when the dog's being a douche. But the Vizsla is going to have so much more, you know, it's going to learn everything as an applied stay. And when you say no, it's going to become compliant. So if they put it over to the side and say sit, it needs to sit, and if the cat walks by, it's not a reason to, like, go out and do anything with the cat. Like, I'm gonna go chase the cat. We'll get the Vizsla under control. That guy, I walk in and out of the house, now that he's inside the house, because I got control now. He doesn't chase the cat, he doesn't do anything with the birds, he's minding his own business. So it's important that the Vizsla get really under control before I start, you know, working with them around the birds and the cats, and we're not at that point yet. It will happen, and I can tell the Vizsla, like this guy, please. Any dog I get, I'm at that point where it's just like, oh, like people ask me, have you ever worked with such and such breed? It's ridiculous. They're all the same. They're all the same in varying degrees. I'm 58 years old. You know, what? You know, it's always, usually it's like some kind of like exotic breed. Like, you don't even own the dog anyway. So, but they're all the same. There's drive differences in dogs. There's personality differences in dogs, but they're all, I train them all the same way, and they all can do the same stuff. Doesn't matter if it's a Shiba, and Shibas are pains in the ass. They are. They can be real pains in the ass. I don't care. You got to do it, dog, and that's the attitude that I have. So we're taking Merlin to go get chicken and some other stuff in Walmart because he needs to do more of that, and we're switching Merlin into some scent work too, for sure. And everything's going good. It is. I can't tell you guys enough that, like, it is really important how you hold your leash. Like, the dog that needed a head collar didn't need head collar. I'm having like zero problems with them. It's about holding the leash correctly, sending the dog the correct message. So without experience and knowledge, you're you're just gonna like have problems. You're gonna have problems. So like this owner's smart, the Vizsla owner's smart, the poodle owner's smart. Like we need help. We need help. But even before bad problems start, I'm telling you, it's invaluable to get your dog, the puppy, to the trainer when it's young. Don't put the puppy in your lap. Don't let the puppy start jumping on you. Don't let it chase the cat. Don't let problems start and things are much easier. It'd be very rare somebody that can train a dog that's never trained a dog. I don't think I've ever heard of it. But those head collars are a joke. It's like dog whisper shit. Dog whispers are not dog trainers. They're a joke. Ask your dog. You're gonna get your dog trained. You need to be very specific with the dog trainer. What is my dog gonna learn? They should tell you. What's gonna be conditioned in? What are the commands that are gonna be conditioned in? Like me, I'm like this, and this. And if I leave something off, I'm like, don't worry about it. Everybody's gonna learn the same thing. And if there's anything that I feel is appropriate for the dog, I'm gonna teach them how to do it. The dog's here for a little while. I'm gonna do my best to train every dog. Like the Vizsla, like I don't know, maybe the Vizsla can catch a frisbee. I don't know. We'll get it to retrieve proper first before we're even gonna attempt that. But like he's an example of a douche that could catch a frisbee but wouldn't bring it back. That's real common. A dog that like the owners played some like throwing a sock or whatever when they're puppies, so they'll like get it, but then they just don't bring it back. So with him, all I had to do was teach him how to do a proper retrieve, which involves the dog spinning into heel and learning hold and drop proper. That's it. So in some respects, this guy is a piece of cake, but the separation anxiety, not good. And he's vocal, so I'm tamping that down as much as possible. But like the owner described it as this, it's like they would put him in a crate when they left, and when they came back, he was barking nonstop. So not really seeing that. Like it's early in the day, if I go back, maybe one of the dogs will bark and all of them might bark real quick, and then I tell them to shut up. But like I haven't seen much of any of that with him as of late. He's not going nonstop, and I saw when he got here. Now I saw bits and pieces of his separation anxiety when I moved him into the room last night. And what he does is he stresses out and he starts panting. You'll see that separation anxiety dog get real nervous. The Vizsla is laying down, and Merlin wasn't doing that for days. So that's great. I was really happy to see that. But so I bring him into the main room. He's in a different area in the house, and he starts panting again. He's standing. A lot of what we do with Merlin will have to do with we'll go over everything, but we definitely have to go over stuff like, okay, let's act like we're leaving, right? And they rented this B&B that I know of. It's like this little tiny house. Let's go outside. Let's drive up the road just a little bit and come back and see if he's quiet. If he's not, we're going to use the collar. If we just go outside and he starts his nonsense, we use the collar from outside, so he'll get a negative response if he starts doing that. But he has to chill out there. He has to chill out with me. And I would suspect, like with all the dogs, the first lesson is the toughest. So he'll be nervous at the new place. And then the second day gets easier. So I always recommend, 4 days is a good amount of time. If somebody wants to stay longer with the lessons, by all means, it's important that they get it right. Some owners have trouble holding the leash. That's no shit. Like, that confuses them. Like, they're not used to holding it like that. Clearly, the leashless owner can't have been holding the leash right. He did have a leather leash, though. No poop bags on leashes ever. It's not, put the poop bag in your pocket. Don't do that. I've said this to people, and then they have problems with their dog. And then I find out that, what's the poop bag doing on? How many times do I have to tell you? You know? Oh, I didn't think it mattered. Why are you wasting my fucking breath? Yeah, it mattered. Your dog isn't functioning because you weren't holding the leash right. You can't hold it right with the poop bag, and you're putting it back on the damn fucking leash. Fucking people, man. It's not very common. Most of my clients, like, listen. Seriously, some of them are just like, oh, that little bit doesn't matter. You bet you it does. It does matter. Alright, so, I don't know, I guess I'll try and take y'all with me. I'm going to put on a mask. It's not over. You know what they're going to do? They're going to give everybody a breather, right? Like they did last summer. Like everything's coming down. And then by the end of the summer, like, or, you know, the end of the spring, the B2 is going to be moving again. And they're going to tell everybody to put on a mask. It'd be better if everybody was vaccinated. Vaccination does not keep you from getting it. It keeps you from getting deathly ill. And it helps not spread disease because you don't have a huge viral load. Okay? It's like telling people this is just like, it's like pulling teeth with people. And the amount of conjecture with the vaccine, like, God. Omicron causes, or COVID causes heart problems. I'm saying, get ready for a tidal wave of heart issues. You know, oh, but the conspiracy about the fucking vaccine. Like, all right. I'll try and live stream with you all here. Okay, we need chicken. I might have to put you in my pocket. Who is here? Anyone? 14 people. Yeah, they do. They think that their dog is so special. Are blasting. Yeah, they do. They think that their dog is so unusual or something. Like, I don't even have to hear what the dog's problems are. I'll see them as soon as the dog gets here. I don't have to hear about this. Like, they'll go on, people will go on, and I'm like, not necessary. You know? Not necessary. Let's see how the boy does. Oh, man, I need a wallet. All right, Murr. Shush. I'm gonna take him over there and see if he'll pee for me or whatever. Hang on, Murr. It is true. They think that their dog is so unusual or something, and none of them are unusual. Hey! Quiet, Dick. I'll tell you what. I want to make sure this goes right. I'm going to hang up because I need both hands, all right? I can't have any mistakes with him, all right? So I'll talk to you soon. I'll live stream in a little bit.